Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I'm Michael,
And I'm Jasmine.
and today we are looking at the most recent park that Jasmine has completed called Sweetheart Lane. And this park is best viewed either at nighttime or kind of twilight area, just because of the lighting that she did. And as you can see, it's really well lit up. It's very spaced out. You chose, I believe, one of the larger maps, which is the deciduous map. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about your park before we get started looking at the tour.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do like a romantic sort of themed park, and I knew I wanted to call it Sweetheart something. And I had actually started a park like this, like right when I first started playing the game, and obviously I wasn't that great at at playing. So okay, yeah, I get down here. So a lot of it is it's not really like that there's necessarily like a lot of themes throughout, but I used inspiration from certain places. So there's like a Greek section, and I started off with that one just with the idea of having a Cupid based bride, and then it kind of expanded to include some other Greek gods. And then there is also a Tuscan area, just because I've never been to Italy, but I love Italy, and I just view it as a romantic a romantic destination. So I built a vineyard over here, and just taking inspiration from Tuscany. And I mean, I have no idea if this actually looks anything remotely like it could be Tuscan, but that was my inspiration for it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's also a very small, like Asian inspired section. So.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the tour then.
Okay. I'll start back over here. Okay. So this is like the main entry point. This is the very first thing that I built was this bridge. And I don't build bridges really. This is the first one I've attempted at building. So I really like how that turned out.
Well, you've done more than me because I don't think I've done one yet. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice, and you got the lights on it, and you also have some of those flowers kind of hanging off, or whatever they are. Good job.
So where do you want to go first?
Well, it's your park, so you tell us where you want to go first.
Okay, well, I'll start over here since this is like the main sort of section. This was the last building that I built. It's just like a little very basic food area, and before this, a Ferris wheel was here, and I had built this park without having the little guests inside. And once I opened the park, they all got stuck in like the Tuscan area because that's like one of the main food areas. And so, so I had to fix that and build another area for food. So this is the result of that. So, then it kind of comes out to the back. And I'm going to go back this way, though, because I want to show you this coaster. So this is, this coaster is called A Walk in the Clouds. That, if you are a fan of Keanu Reeves, A Walk in the Clouds is one of his earlier movies, and it's one of my favorite movies.
She loves Keanu Reeves. I'm not a huge fan.
Well, you like John Wick. You like those movies.
Well, okay, he's good in action movies, but I don't think he's a good actor.
Okay. Fine.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. You're totally not kidding, but that's okay. So let's ride the ride. How do I get
Well,
out
let's
of
see
it?
the station.
Oh, okay. Do you
Yeah,
want to do
sorry.
the controls?
I can do the controls if you want me to.
Okay, because you're better at it.
So one thing you're skipping over is all this sign you put up.
See, I mean, that's why you should do the controls.
I don't know about that. But yeah, you're doing a good job with it. So, Sweetheart Lane, all you need is love. And I like how you put in this little food or this souvenir stand here and then the restrooms, and you use the different style too, which I like. And then I love this walkway that you did here. I think that works really well, how you got it with the wall kind of covered up and stuff.
So another thing was this elevated walkway was connected to a very big train station, and I was so proud of it, but I had to get rid of the train station because for various reasons. But anyway, there is no train and there is no train anymore, but it worked out well. So
yeah. Well, I think it's, I haven't really done train too much yet in my park just because I'm like, I don't really want to use the percent for that when I could have more coasters or different things. But I think some of it too is, you got to make sure, you got to have a large enough park for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if we look at the stats on this, let's see, max speed 79 miles per hour, biggest drop 63 meters. So that's almost 200 feet. He's getting ready. Let's move, oops, no. Let's get one of the, trying to get one of the middle seats.
Oh.
I forgot this one had 4 across. I was just thinking it was 2 across. So that was, you said, Walk in the Clouds, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And I like the station too. From the out, you kind of got those 2 levels to it. One thing you could do is, like what you did here, you could kind of bring those down and kind of put them at this level too. But because I thought there was nothing in there, but I really like what you did up here with it to kind of give it the support and stuff.
Yeah.
So you could kind of do that for the other level as well, but it looks really good, and especially when you come into the park, and you see kind of that floral arrangement, and then you see that right there. So it looks really good.
Thanks.
So now, do you want to go ahead and go this way since this is okay? So tell us about where we're about to go.
Yeah, it's just a very small Asian-inspired section, and I built the little building with the green roof in the middle, and that originally was just going to be just a little something over the lake, and then I was like, I think I need to expand on this because this is very Asian looking, and one of my benches is broken. Somebody tore up my benches. And this little building came with the game, so and then I just added the little Sky Temple ride.
Yeah. Well, I like the what you chose for those, the
sign.
Yeah, the sign and the beams and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yep. It looks good.
Yeah, and the water lilies, those are just normal water lilies, and then adding a candle in the middle. So I think I uploaded that on the workshop.
Okay, so you actually put that candle on this. So that's what it looks like without the candle, without being lit up.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like they're floating and.
Yep. Okay. Good job.
Yeah. So the only other thing about this park that I wish I would have done better was having a lot more trees and stuff. Obviously, like
out in this space.
This is pretty bare. but I was so busy doing scenery around other rides and stuff. I neglected over there. So
Well, I mean that's part of us getting better as players in this game, right? As we realize that
yeah,
I should have done this or that, and we kind of correct that the next time. So do we want to go to the right or to the left?
yeah, we can go this way
Okay.
since we're already heading there. And this little building is just a little information building with bathrooms and a little ATM.
Okay. I like the lights that you chose again. It's kind of fit the romantic style. But yeah, I really like what you. Because I know you're working on this yesterday, putting that sign up there. I think that looks really good.
Yeah.
And then good job coming up with that too.
I know we have a lot of UK viewers, so.
Which makes me think of that, like, I believe in a thing called love. Which I can't sing, but that's my
Who
attempt.
keeps tearing up stuff in my park?
Well, and that security guy's walking around like he doesn't see anything going on.
Well, they need to get on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those security guards really strut.
Yeah, so there's a ride over this way to the right.
Oh, sorry, I need to switch cameras. That kind of, there we go.
Yeah, this little kick flip. But
Yep. I like the trees you put around it and stuff.
Thanks.
Is the queue to it?
Well,
over?
it's under this little
Okay.
thing.
Sorry, I thought
So
you were
we
going
can
to talk
go there,
about.
or we can go the other way.
Let's go this way first. So you got, this is the queue to, okay, and you kept the sign the same.
Yeah, the signs are the same throughout.
Okay.
That one is just attached to the wall.
And then this goes to, oh, that's to the little Venetian carousel. Okay. Yeah, I like this kind of walkway that you chose. So, okay, so you got a mixture of beams and
Ceiling, yeah.
Is that the stucco
Yeah.
roof? Okay. Now, one thing was I was looking at some stuff today, just laying down some pieces that I could potentially use as like ceiling. Like the temple pieces would look good as part of this too. They're pretty thick, but they look kind of like that with the stucco look, but they don't have kind of the bars on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting just always trying to figure out, okay, like what pieces can we actually use as potentially ceiling pieces that weren't actually meant to be that way.
Yeah.
Does this just go back to the...
Yeah, it goes back around.
Okay. And I like some path interaction, so that's pretty close. I like that.
Yeah, that's basically the only
Oh, there's a lot of
the
people
only
over
one.
there.
Yeah.
What are they waiting for? All right, so, you got a lighthouse. Is this a lighthouse?
Yeah, so this lighthouse, I did not build. It was built by, let me see, by Star Toxie.
Okay.
All I did was change the color of the fencing around it. So, I just made this a little viewpoint over here because I thought this lighthouse was so pretty. I didn't want to just have it be nothing. So,
Yeah. Well, this would be
that was my solution.
Well, like you talked about, like foliage and stuff. Like this would be one where, you could have done some foliage out here, or like kind of make like a little forest or something else with the lake, since you do have a viewpoint,
That's
something
true.
to look at. But I mean, there's we got a limit, right? There's only so much we
Right.
could do, with the Oswald meter on the console. So
Yeah, and this is I think this is probably just a little over 100%. I did the cheat a little bit, so it might be like 105% or something.
yeah, she did the cheat on, I think it was one coaster. Is that right?
Yeah, just one. So
Yeah. So I think you have, was it 4 or 5 coasters in here?
I think I have 4. I
And
think.
so what coaster, or sorry, not coaster, what part are we coming to right here?
Yeah, so this is sort of a Venetian inspired area. Originally, I wanted this to be like a canal, like Venice, but obviously that did not work out how I wanted it to. I had too many other things that I was doing, and I didn't really have the time to actually make this a canal. So, but I really like how this turned out.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do over here, because I built the rest of the park before I built this section,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I wanted something over here, and yeah, so it's just a little boathouse and a ride, and then a smaller coaster.
Yeah, well, I think the area in the game that you do, I mean, I think you're best in at this point is doing all this, like how you put all the foliage and stuff around these rides.
Yeah.
'Cause that is so much better than I can do.
And that's something that I implemented throughout the park.
Yeah. So does this ride just loop around?
Yeah, it just comes around. It goes around the little Asian area, and then it comes back.
Okay, cool. Yep. So it looks like we got another coaster over here. Should we ride this?
Yeah, it's a you might have to actually turn it on. I think it's in testing mode or something.
Oh, we can ride it with in testing mode.
Yeah. This is a bobsled.
Yeah.
Bobsled coaster.
Yep.
This actually was the first coaster that I built, and it didn't really fit in with with like romantic theme, but so I took it out of the park, and then I added it back in when I realized, oh, I could add my little bobsled coaster in here, in this little area that I didn't know what to do with.
Yeah. Okay. Now I've never built one of these, so I don't know like kind of what's good and what's bad with them. So I think this is probably a little high with the lateral G's, as I think you're supposed to keep that a little lower. But overall, like I said, I've never built one of these things, so I'm sure it's sure they're a little tougher. Because it's you gotta approach it a little differently, I think. So we might have some quick whips.
Yeah.
There we go. And what was this one called?
I called it Rolling Hill only because there's some little hills in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably this area that probably gave it the higher lateral. Just because I think with these that you're supposed to keep them kind of like you did here in a circle, because just because it's a bobsled, I think they're meant to be kind of on the same, going around the same, staying on the same part of the track, if you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I've never made one of these.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I think just the kind of whip in here and then whip in here probably brought up the G forces a little bit higher. But I mean, those are tough to make. I've never attempted one yet. There's like 22 coasters in this game, and so it's hard to attempt everyone, right?
Mhm.
But good job.
This is my little bathroom.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is yeah, I like it. I like the little building.
Yeah.
Fits in. So now we're going to go to is it the vineyard?
Yeah. So go back of where we came.
And get this HUD off. There we go. So it looks better without all that extra stuff, right? So you can see that church right there. Who made that church again?
Yeah, that was by Geeky Squad, Gecky Squad. I put a little tag on there saying who built it, but and I just did that because I figured, this is a romantic park, so people should be able to get married here.
There we
go. So I was like, I need a little chapel.
You could have put like tables and chairs out or something. I guess they don't really have chairs in this game.
Yeah.
Ideally, if we didn't have the meter, right?
Yeah.
Or the counter.
I mean, well, theoretically, what could happen is they get married in the church, then they go to the vineyard and have their reception.
Ah, there we go. You got it all thought out that way.
See? Yeah. See, I'm thinking.
So before we go around it, let's kind of...
So that top area has tables, so...
Yep. And then, so, it's a massive building, but you did a really good job with it. I like the windows you chose. I think it fits the style. And, the grapes.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that little grape smashing thing, tub.
Whenever I see one of those, I just think of Family Guy when they...
I don't watch that.
I know,
Don't put a weird reference in my video.
Okay, sorry. Basically, this woman falls out of the grape thing, and Family Guy made fun of it.
Okay, wait. Turn back around. my little cheese stand. I'm super proud of it.
Right here?
Yeah.
Wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese.
There we go.
Yeah, this was cute.
There we go. Well, let's walk around this real quick. I'm not trying to... So, what is this?
Yeah, it's just a little
Tuscan Vineyard
walking tour.
Walking tour, self-guided. Although, it's annoying because they never walk through here, right?
Yeah, they don't, but I did put some viewpoints.
Put sprinklers.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had sprinklers in this game.
Yeah, they do.
Do people actually walk through with the viewpoint? Have you seen?
I haven't seen anybody actually walk through here, but I still like the idea of the possibility of them walking through. So.
Yeah, for sure. Then I like the stuff you put here, the well and that light. And then you got this idea from somebody, right?
Yeah, this is Iron Maddie's barn. Yep, all I did was add the little hanging lights at the top.
Yeah, I think we changed the light color too.
Oh, right, yeah.
We went through and did that, but so thanks, Maddie, for your wonderful barn that you put in the park.
I love it.
Really good job. So then you come around here, and ideally there'd be horses in there or something, right? And
yeah,
if we could,
there's a little viewpoint right there.
Okay, and then you got your grapes, so don't fall out of there while you're smashing the grapes.
This is literally the only backstage area that's in my park ever.
Hey,
so,
it's a start. It's a start.
Yeah.
She put some. You got some tools there.
I put a little something there for you.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's wearing off on her a little bit.
No, I don't.
Oh, I like
so.
that. I don't think I've seen what you did up there. I like that.
Yeah, the
planters and stuff.
I did that because the roof is actually kind of awkward in there.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted a little something.
Yeah, looks
good.
good.
And I made a little turn back this way. A little storage area.
Oh yeah.
And I really wanted. You can kind of go in there.
Oh, did you actually put something there?
Yeah.
Oh, little
I really
barrels.
wanted like some little wine things to put in, like wine bottles, but there's nothing. I couldn't think of anything I could make that would look like wine bottles.
Well, you can almost put like because I know they've got like vases and stuff. So
yeah, they do. Yeah.
So you got a little seating area here. I like that.
Yeah, nobody goes up there either.
No, because they never go where you want them to go. Like the fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about like I don't know. For me, like
wait, let's go back to the carousel really quick because I really like how that turned out.
Mhm. Are you need me to elevate it so we can kind of see?
Yeah, look how pretty that is.
Yeah, the trees and stuff. She makes stuff a lot prettier than I do. Oh, it lights up.
Yeah, those trees are on the workshop. I didn't make those. I'm not sure who made them, but they come with lights. I thought they're cute.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know about you, but or I don't know about you guys, but when I make my parks, like it's good to see guests in and stuff. But I'm more about like trying to make it realistic and stuff. So if a guest doesn't quite go somewhere that I want, it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, I'm like I don't care. I made it realistic.
I spent so many hours working on that. I'm like, well, they're not even in there.
Yeah, I love these little things. I love how they hum the Planet Coaster song.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
This area, I was really just inspired by just gardening and flower garden, botanical garden. So I made these rides with that in mind. So there's lots of different flowers and colors, and
yeah, this
little Charo plane ride was the first ride I made for this park.
Yeah, I think that's the best one in the park in terms of just all the stuff around it.
The foliage, yeah.
And I mean, this one's got a lot of it too. So I guess maybe I should just stay elevated for this part. I mean, that one's really good too. I hate putting down flowers because I just feel like it's so tedious. But I understand.
It's tedious, but it
looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And then we have this one right here as well.
Yep.
So that's really, really well done. And then this is a little oop, 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 oop. And you said I could control the camera better. So it's a little walkway.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, one thing you could do too that doesn't actually really take up any percent is use some terrain paint to paint like leaves or a
Yeah,
little bit of
that's
dead grass,
true.
and you don't have to do a lot, but just enough to where it varies from the just the normal green that you see. Because with having as many trees as you have there, obviously trees are gonna or leaves are gonna
Right.
fall on the ground.
Yeah.
Um,
And this little pond is just kind of a little like reflecting pool. I
mhm.
wanted to do some fountains and stuff, and I totally just forgot about it. And by that time, my meter was up.
Yeah.
So, but I think it looks pretty.
Yeah. Now I know somebody who'll probably say this is the best part of the park.
Yeah. This entire ride was built by TJ Puffs 92.
Yeah.
He built this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for my Greek section. He did an amazing job. I love it.
Yeah, it's looks awesome. So great job, TJ. I mean, the lighting's awesome, the walkway, all the rocks, and the fact that Jasmine, you're able to put it perfectly down here. Because sometimes you save all this stuff with your ride, and then you try to replace it, and it's like it doesn't ever work how you want it to.
It took a little of a few tries, and then I kind of had to extend things a little bit on the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Yeah, TJ, I love this building you made.
yeah,
Really good job.
yeah, amazing job. And I love these columns.
Yeah.
I hate that it's blurring stuff.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if any of that's because of our PS4, or if it's more because we're at 100%. Like those rocks, definitely.
Yeah,
I
it
think-
looks so fuzzy.
Yeah, they just lose texture. I think is what people said when you get higher up in the meter.
Yeah.
That's something they need to work out. Plus, our PlayStation's like 8 years old, so who knows? That could be part of it. Although,
I don't know. I think it's the game.
it's running like a champ. So,
Yeah.
the amount of hours this thing has had on it, and the amount of hours this thing has had on it since Planko came out,
Still going strong.
and since I started playing the Assassin's Creed games 2 Christmases ago, since each one takes forever to play.
All right, we gotta go through this little
Oh
walkway.
yeah, look at that.
This little walkway took me 2 hours probably to make.
Yeah, it's nice. And then we'll elevate it.
And
Right.
that's another thing in the game is it can be really tough to make areas that are covered.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so this little area is Hades Underworld. It's obviously an unfinished, but originally I was wanting to make a dueling coaster inspired by Hades and his wife Persephone. It didn't work out, but I made a Persephone ride. So I thought it would be a cool idea to have the Hades ride be under construction, especially since Hades is very dark and like, you know, it doesn't really fit with my romantic theme. But he's part of Persephone's story, so I thought he should be represented.
Yeah. You do like making very tall buildings.
Yes, I do make tall buildings, but I thought especially with this Greek section,
Oh yeah, they're
everything is super tall and, you know,
for sure.
ancient Greece stuff. So I thought that worked.
Yeah. I mean, really good job here with this, and the fact that you don't have any of the supports being shown or anything, that you covered all this up is really good.
Yeah, it took a lot of finagling.
Finagling. I think, yeah. Something. Close enough. So it's a boomerang trident coaster.
This might be my favorite of the coasters.
Okay. I don't know, your first one was pretty good. I'm gonna fast forward while we go up here. You like going backwards on coasters, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You don't know what's coming then.
That's why I like it.
But you don't like closing your eyes?
Nope.
What's the difference?
Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Closing my eyes helps because it helps
Yeah.
my stomach not drop.
Yep. Well, good ride.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's probably in terms of like smoothness and everything, probably one of your best ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the only thing I'd point out here is this is banked probably the wrong way.
Well, I did that intentionally.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was intentionally banked that way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like they're falling off the edge.
Yeah.
Really not.
So, yeah, from a realism.
I know that would not, but we're not aiming for realism in this part.
I know, I was just letting you know,
This
but no, it was
is
really
fantasy.
good job. Fantasy. Okay, there we go. Good job. Hey, I said it was the smoothest of your coasters that we got on so
Thanks.
far. So it's good. It's good.
Okay.
But it looks yeah, I mean that's awesome right there, that station, and one thing too, it really fits in well with what TJ did, right?
Yeah. So
So
TJ actually, once I put this down, I mean I had started on the Cupid ride, but TJ's design really helped me make it look better. He just had like just how he did his roofing and stuff. So yeah.
yeah, then we got another one here, Cube of Hearts. And Tommy, I remember you said in that video you did in my park that you'd never ride one of these things in real life. Neither would I, brother.
Yeah,
Neither would I, man.
I wouldn't either. But look how cute that is.
Yeah, it is.
With the pink.
It's weird. It's like I love coasters. Like I'll ride a 400-foot coaster, but I can't do like flat rides like that.
Yeah.
Like, or even though what's that one that just spins you around? It's like the 360-degree one that goes up, and those still scare me too.
So
oh wait, hold on. We need to see this sign because you did a
Yeah.
great job on this.
This area is called Elysium. Elysium is like the sort of heaven for the Greeks, or I think it's like Greek war here. I don't know. It's basically heaven though, and it's Persephone's realm. If you've played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you might know this reference.
They got in the DLC.
Yeah, in the DLCs. So this area, I was inspired by that. There's a lot of white and gold in her realm, and it's a lot of just like springtime stuff and waterfalls, and so yeah.
Once again, very very well done with the foliage or all that different stuff. And so we've got Persephone's Elysium. Is that the name of the ride?
Yeah, that's the name of the ride.
So let's look real quick at the station. It reminds me a lot of the Cupid one, but it's still different in the same sense.
Yeah.
But it still kind of carries the same style.
Right.
Really good job. I love these large stairs, even though they're not accessible. Still kind of gives it that majestic look of it being kind of heavenly or something, you know. Here we go. You got a little waterfall. And I like how you did the back portion of this too with the queues and stuff.
Yeah. That was originally not my plan. I had wanted it to be in the front, but it just didn't work out. But I really like everything being in the back.
Yeah.
And having that grand sort of front entrance, or not entrance, but
Oh, I didn't
front.
realize this. The coaster goes right over there to start. So I think that's really cool. I didn't realize that part of it when you showed this to me before. Yeah, and I mean, this is really cool. This is one of the coolest little areas I've seen on a queue, with the fact that you've got these stairs right here, but then you've got the little waterfall. I mean, that was probably tough to do.
Yeah, it was tough, but it was definitely worth the effort.
Are those pots?
It's like I think it's a fountain base.
Okay, so I was trying to be like, did you really dig out ground for water? But I guess, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I was trying to think at
No
first how
way.
you did that, but then I thought about it. I was like, no, that's too complicated.
Yeah.
So here we are. And I like too how you've done the gold right there. And it kind of reminds me of a park we looked at before. I think it's called Funland 160 Degrees. He had stuff like that on a couple of his rides that I thought was really cool. barely made it. Alright. So how'd you, because I love this part right here where it kind of goes through the two. So how'd you decide to kind of do that as part of the ride? And
So, well, I built that the Elysium sign, that grand sign at the beginning of the area, and I thought, I'll just make something based on that to put around my my coaster. So, because originally, I was gonna make like this giant mountain with the waterfall, and the coaster was gonna go behind it, and it was way too complicated, and it took up way too much time. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll make these structures, these gold structures, and the coaster can go through it, and then it'll have some sort of interaction, that would look kind of cool.
Are there fireflies in this tree?
No, but there's butterflies.
Butterflies? Okay, I don't know. I felt like I was seeing some. Sorry, that's why I started
There
going.
might be butterflies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite area of the park? And out of the 4 coasters you made, which one do you think is which one do you like the most?
So
I guess you said Cupid. You like Cupid's area the most.
This Elysium area is definitely my favorite area of the park, just because I spent so much time on it. I really, really tried to make it look sort of heavenly, and springtime-y, and and I really just didn't have any idea how I wanted it to be, and I made the coaster first, and then I started messing with the station, and the station probably took a few days to come up with the concept.
Yeah.
But once I built the Cupid one, I was like, okay, I can just make like a bigger version of this. So
yeah. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but the Persephone coaster, like with the station and everything, that's definitely my favorite. But I really like, as far as coasters goes, I like the Cupid one the best.
Yeah. My favorite area would probably be this area here.
The gardens.
Gardens, along with what you've done with this one, and what TJ did, I think is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I love all the areas. I like this entrance area, how you come in, you see that building, and then the vineyard area is really nice too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is there anything that I missed, or anything that we missed that we need to go back and look at or cover?
I don't think so. I hope people enjoyed this ride. This park park tour. It'll be on the workshop, but if there's anything that you see in here that you want me to upload specifically on the workshop, let me know, and I will do that.
All right. As always, we love hearing your comments and what you guys think, and make sure to like this video if you enjoy it. And
thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching M&J Games. Have a great rest of your day.